Going to show the clip of from taken from Sky News. This happened at the protests.
We highlight it for you here to the right of your screen. You can see the circle there. Just look at where the police are. They have to move and it just misses them. There have been fires reported in the foyer, on the 4th floor, and also demonstrators on the roof. We are expecting more amateur video to reach us in just a moment or two. In fact, we've got some for you now. Have a quick look at what we can see. Actually, we'll bring it to you in just a moment or two. But as I said, flaming torches now being thrown at police as they try to stop any more demonstrators from getting inside 30 Millbank, which also houses Conservative Party headquarters.
So that was the Millbank. That was Millbank Conservative headquarters. There's protesting, and then there's doing that, which is completely over the top.
But is it over the top? I mean, it's a shame that it has to be violent, but at the same time, who's going to notice if like 100 people just march on with their flags and their little slogans?
That was one of the points raised. I mean, if everyone's walking around with there's protesting, which is walking around with, I mean, back 30 years ago, that was a common thing at university. No one does that anymore. But then you've got the violence aspect. You don't like it.
It wasn't 100 people. There were thousands of people there. And it seems to kind of put a black mark on everything that they were protesting for. They had thousands of people going out and showing that they weren't happy about this. And then, once again, the minority of people had to really go that extra mile and start vandalising. And I think it just undermines what we're trying to do. And nothing really says, like, you know, you're protesting to try and get more funding to university institutions. And you're trying to do that by vandalising stuff. Nothing says don't give money to students more than students coming along and vandalising property.
But does it not just emphasise a lack of just frustration, really? It's just highlighting.
It emphasises the lack of frustration, but it doesn't.
Not the lack of frustration.
No, it emphasises the frustration, but it doesn't emphasise. I mean, it proves a point that
it's just a little exclamation mark, isn't it? It's just something that needed to be done, and it's done now.
But is violence the best way?
No, I don't think so. But if we had like a peaceful march like Gandhi in this day and age, but who's going to notice? Who's going to actually turn on the news? I mean, I looked at the news for this.
Through those streets, like absolutely thousands of people.
There was no way. Plenty of views on YouTube.
There were no ways that the news couldn't avoid a massive protest like that. Just the violence was not needed at all.
But then Sarah's argument is they've got the voice across. They got their argument across.
I mean, someone like me, like I turned on the news to watch that. Like if it was just 100 people marching, you just think, well, it's going nowhere. It's just in vain, isn't it? And it's a shame. It's a shame that it's like that. But you do need to make an exclamation mark sometimes, I think.
Yeah. So overall, it's worth protesting, but not violently. Yeah. But Sarah doesn't agree. We'll leave Sarah sit.